Welcome to the General's Gentlemen.
Alrighty, here we are in a TVZ. Something a little bit different here. But still, our Terran bro. We have a Terran player at least. It's always going to be a little bit harder for us to cast another matchup that doesn't involve Terran because we are both Terran players, and even at that, we're not exactly super professional. So anyway, we'll try our best for the super interesting in-depth analysis. But anyway, today we're going to have Vincent Chung representing Team Adept 5. I think that's a team. I hope so.
Believe so, Machine. And representing HyperX, it will be LiquidTLO.
Isn't it Team Liquid and HyperX is the sponsor?
I don't know.
Because HyperX is a brand of RAM.
Yeah, right, yeah, it would be Liquid, yeah.
Team Liquid,
Yeah.
TLO.
That makes a lot more sense, yeah, it is LiquidTLO, yeah. Just, I don't know why, yeah, that was very confusing because I just autoed to what was in front of the name, but yeah, it is, yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure Adept 5 isn't a brand of RAM. So I think that's a team. Anyway, we're on King Sejong Station here for a bit of a interesting match. Not sure if this is just for a ladder game or if it's a tournament or whatever it is, but either way here, two quite top players. LiquidTLO, very well known. Vincent Chung, admittedly, I haven't actually heard of him. But
I haven't watched any games with him, I don't think, so... Yes, we'll see how it goes. So.
But if he's versing TLO, then he's going to have to certainly be a top player. Else he won't stand much chance. Having the quick Reaper being rallied out. Pretty standard against Zerg. You want to put the pressure on, force them to build some lings, kill a drone if they don't. Other than that, pretty fast second CC. Standard builds from both of our players. Another barracks. So this could be lots of Reapers, but it's probably just going to be a heavy marine pressure, or like a drop pressure at least.
Yeah, it certainly looks that way.
Yeah, I guess.
Getting added on now for that additional marine production. Reapers out and at 'em as well, which is going to be nice.
He gets the reactor down, so definitely won't be any Reaper plays after this initial one. Very quick third as well here for Vincent. Let's see if the Reaper goes for it.
He's not going to look for a scout here, Machine.
If he sees the main base and looks at the tech and the drones, then perhaps he'll clue out maybe there's perhaps going to be a third. No spine there for the drone. We'll get taken out here, but... Okay, he gets off the creep. Very important there, because otherwise if that Reaper went down, he definitely wouldn't have seen that third. He's going to see it now.
Is he going to check it? Well, he's not going to check it. There was certainly no indication that there could be a third yet. I mean, the like, 4 Zerglings, pretty standard. He's going to look now.
There's the Queen
Come
up,
on.
though.
I believe.
Especially if the Reaper goes down, you can actually push out with Lings, and it's you can do a lot of damage there.
Hey, get scouted. There we go. Third has been revealed. Yeah. Certainly where this drop is probably going to be pressuring.
Oh, gets another drone too.
Yeah, it's 2 drones down so far.
Zergling speed being upgraded now. Looking at Vincent. He's going for his stim and a factory here, so we can expect to see double medevac drop with the stim timing pretty early on.
Yeah, that boost going to be a little bit late here with the early third timing. Does delay it coming out a little bit, but it wasn't really punished for it. I did lose a couple of drones, but not a big deal. Moving some queens over to that area now. Actually going to be breaking down the rocks as well. Or the debris, to be more.
Why do you think he's doing that?
I mean, creep spread. I don't know. I'm not really sure, to be honest. I don't know what the thought process is behind it as to why he's breaking it down at this time.
Because you think it would make him more vulnerable to being attacked in his natural, especially if he's running between his third and his second. Because the priority for creep spread, is down here.
Yeah.
But yeah, getting earlier creep spread is, it's always good if you can do it. But can't you creep spread even with the rocks? See, you can spread out even if the rocks are there. So, yeah, I'm sure there's definitely a reason why. We're just not quite sure of it ourselves. Putting the line down of the supply depots there. Making it a little bit harder to do a counter-attack once the supply wall has been completed. And there's a lot of Marines here. This is, it's 16, I believe. Yeah, it's 16, so it's 2 full medevacs.
It's the double stim drop timing that we're going to be seeing here. Machine, a couple of Widow Mines as well, coming in from that factory, going to be produced. Not sure if they're going to be used defensively or if Vincent is going to be looking for some drops, but I'm always a big fan of this build against Zerg. It's pretty potent and should put a lot of pressure on this third hatch.
Yeah, it's really good, and especially since there's the third hatch being very quick, that it may punish him. There's actually a fair bit of lings, though, so it shouldn't be too bad. Gonna be cleaning up some creep, though. This is not bad as well. If nothing else, that creep spread's very important. Maybe get a queen if they overextend, but there's actually a fair bit of queens here. There's 4.
Yeah,
there's a spine crawler as well.
The spine's really important here. Will enable some really nice defense and allow the queens to only cover one side of the hatch as well. After all of this, a lot of this creep spread is going to be cleaned up. So yeah, if nothing else, the drop, it's very hard to engage this drop with lings, though there are some banelings on the way. A few of them have been completed, so it's potential we see an engagement here. But yeah, this is a hard engagement to take for LiquidTLO.
Double upgrades as well here for Vincent. At the same time, the same for TLO. Oh, he actually focuses the banelings down. He loses a fair bit of marines though, so pretty even trade, I suppose. Actually,
yeah, I mean,
worse for Vincent, I think.
Probably worse for Vincent there. Yeah, he did end up losing a lot of marines, but as you said, Machine, the banelings were focused. The lings in the way during that engagement, so a lot of the banelings were taken down there.
His wall isn't finished.
No, it's not yet. Could be deadly if some of these lings decide to run in. Combat shield's going to be done as well. More marine production coming out.
He's not even going to go for a scout there.
Armory's done and ready as well.
Maybe he's worried about hitting a widow mine or something. And there's more creep deny.
Yeah. Creep cleanup's important, Machine. Just denying these tumors.
Especially in between the second and the third base.
Yeah.
There's no banelings here. You can actually fight that for a little bit. But putting the pressure on and a very quick fourth, so that's the strat.
Yeah,
he
that
wanted
was the
this
strat.
fourth
Yeah,
base.
so that makes sense. And that was something I was thinking about before, but I didn't want to say it. I've been casting StarCraft 2 long enough to make MLG pro guesses like that, but yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Now breaking down the rocks for a quicker fourth, really getting that creep spread out in that area, and we just see Vincent going to be going for a third now.
He hasn't scouted the rocks removal. He sees a lot of creep though, so maybe he works out that there's actually going to be a fourth there, but yeah, really denying this creep more and more, and 2-2 upgrades here for the Zerg.
Marine's going to get engaged
weapons
on as well. They're actually going to take this engagement against the Lings. There really weren't enough of them. Could see a Queen getting caught out here as well. More Banelings going to be running to the defense, and there's not more Queens in the area. This time Banelings is going to be coming in as well. Nicely microed. Very nicely played by Vincent. And at the same time, he's actually dropped the fourth.
Oh. Units out of position, so maybe that's why the Ling army there was a little bit outnumbered. He saw the drop and had a lot of units nearby. The Widow Mines actually killed a fair bit of marines, but it's like just delaying mining. It's gonna have to clear that out with an overseer and moving a spore crawler over there from the natural.
Yeah, going to be revealing those ones. Marine's not really in a position to respond or take out the spore, so we'll see those Widow Mines going down. Yeah. Economy-wise, 63 SCVs, 64 now against the 71 drones. Actually picks one of those Widow Mines up. Ooh. Nicely played, and here we go. It's a Liberator time. One
of the weaknesses of that base, I suppose it's the same for this one as well. You can also Liberator down the low ground. So we have 4 barracks with 3 reactors, so we're going to have a lot of Marines. Still the 2-2 upgrades, and more barracks being thrown down. Wow, so we're going to have a lot of barracks production. Against Ravagers, though, pretty good, but the Banelings obviously can be quite effective against them.
Fairly solid corrosive bile dodgers coming out there from Vincent, managing to move the Liberators out of the way, having scouted those Ravagers coming in.
Infestation Pit as well. He's going for his Hive. He already has the good melee attack, so Ultra's definitely going to be a strong option, especially with so many Marines. You definitely want to have some more hard-hitting Terran units to get the Ultra counters, but going for the third base here gets a lot of damage done. Could definitely get the hatch here as well.
A lot of these things are going to be rotating in. They're not going to find the best that's around.
The Widow Mine did a lot of damage to his own Marines, and he targeted the Extractor as well, so wasn't quite the focus fire there on either the hatch or the simulator.
Drop's going to be a little bit off here as well. Thankfully, there's not a lot of anti-air because these medevacs are hella low.
Oh, no!
Oh, the Queen!
Looks like he will survive the medevac. He gets it away.
Yeah, the main thing is it's chock-a-block full of Marines
yeah.
Machines. So you don't want to be throwing that one away. A lot of very low medevacs here. Pathogen glands almost being finished up here.
TLO losing a lot of drones, though. We actually see Vincent has pulled ahead despite only having the 3 bases, but losing a lot of Marines once again. This is a pretty scary Zerg army.
This ling count is insane. Who needs roaches when you have a ridiculous amount of lings?
Nice wall again of the supply and the barracks. It's going to be really hard for the lings to get in position.
Can sneak their way through, but there's really only one way in. Again, you know, we don't mind getting a lot of splash there. 100 lings, the dream.
Yeah, the unit's lost though,
Yeah,
so it's not exactly the
yeah.
dream.
Well, the dream for Vincent.
Yeah.
100 lings, that's a decent amount to take out in a game.
Well, I mean, really the dream is 100 drones, so that's what you want.
Yeah.
So we're going to have infestors for the fungal growth, and I think we already have some ultras on the way. At least we have sharpness plating being built. Marines getting forced off by the lings. We don't mind doing some nice detonations, but there hasn't been a hatch snipe. Actually, that could get taken out now. There's actually a fair bit of marauders, so they have extra damage to buildings. There comes the fungal growth, but it won't be enough to keep the hatch alive. It's nice to see the marauders already on the way here against the ultras, but a fantastic fungal against these medevacs. Queen's moving in for the follow-up.
Yeah, this is brutal. I don't think there's another fungal follow-up. No, the medevacs are actually going to boost out of this one, but a hell of a lot of Marines going down. This is certainly a time we could see a counterattack coming in for TLO. Trying to expand as well at the same time. Vincent has to expand, but yeah, I don't know. So army supply is not looking terrible.
3-3 is going to finish a little bit quicker here for TLO. I don't think there's any armories as well. No, so there's no ship.
No, I'm pretty sure he should. You know, he's got.
Oh, sorry, yeah,
he's
there's
had
one.
an armory for a while. Yeah, he's actually researching 2 now.
He's going for +1 air attacks, and he doesn't have any armor though. But that's so fine. You don't really need the armor that much, unless you're fully committing to air units, just for liberators. So we have a pretty good mix here. We've got banelings, infestors, lings, ravagers, and there's ultras around somewhere. Yeah, there they are, moving in now, rebuilding that 5th base.
Ultras are going to be nice, and this composition is very reliant on landing the fungals machine.
Yeah.
It's just the fungal dream comp. If fungals are going to land here, you got lings, you have ultras, you have Corruptor's going to be firing away, getting those corrosive biles down. It's just ideal. So the investors are the key part of this composition. Here we go.
Attacking up the ramp here with the ultras. A little bit bottlenecked here, but Liberator's going to be setting up. Ultra's going to be mashing the marauders, but nice fungals on the bio there in the back, but still, the bio is just too big. Having to retreat, but the Ultra is nowhere to run. The rock's still there. Re-engaging, actually, up the ramp.
Not a fantastic engagement. A lot of the banelings actually got caught on the ultras as they tried to move up the ramp, so the banelings ended up getting sniped down. The fungals went off from the infestors in time, but by the time the fungals go off, the infestors have already been sniped. There was no follow-up to that. The infestors were too far in the front. They were in liberation zones. End up going down. This time the banelings are in a good position.
Good starter stepping though. The Ultra's getting focused by the heavy marauder count. Only a handful of Marines die to the banelings there. I wonder if it would have been better off going for the 3rd base instead, trying to avoid most of that army, especially because there's a planetary here as well. But I think it was really well microed by Vincent Chung. He's going for the 3rd now, but the army's pretty small in comparison. 66 army supply to the 110 of Vincent.
Really beautiful starter stepping coming out there from Vincent, pining away that army and ensuring he doesn't take really any baneling damage. Which is the important thing.
So there's only one infestor. Might want to get some more infestors. He's actually going for some roaches here, so he wants to get more ravagers out. Trying to attack. There's a lot of ultras here. Nice fungal.
Nice fungal.
This can't be the whole army as well. Yeah, that's only half the army. So that wasn't a very good engagement there for Vincent. We have Liberator range upgrade. Advanced ballistics. One advantage here for TLO though is Vincent is only on his 4 base. So the drone advantage isn't huge. It's only 11, but he has definitely the base advantage.
Certainly does, machine. See a nasty engagement again. Where are the infestors at? I need to see more infestors, machine. I love it. I mean, there are a lot of ultras, and that's all well and good, but
More on the way.
yeah, more on the way now.
Okay, he's going to be engaging this one. The bio is pretty split up. Ultra's trying to chase them down, but there's no creep here, so they can get kited pretty effectively. But look how low the bio is to the stims.
Too many Sims machine there. The medevacs are working absolutely overtime. A lot of corrosive bile dodgers coming in here as well. Finding engagements in there. They're playing on the edge.
Man.
They're seeing a big fungal lands. The infestor coming in from the side, but I don't think there's going to be enough follow-up here from TLO. That's a brutal fungal, but there was just no follow-up. By that time, all the ultras had fallen. Now the queens are going to be going down as well. Machine, that could spell the end of the game.
The bio was low, but there was mainly marauders, so they weren't that vulnerable to the fungals. GG there for Vincent Chung, taking out TLO.
Cool.
Wow. What went wrong there for TLO?
The army was fine. It looked great. And then trying to attack up the ramp, the liberation zones, and the bio was really started stepping well.
Widow Mines, I think, was well.
Yeah, Widow Mines got a couple of connections at Planetary as well. Yeah, there was a lot of reasons that was a bad engagement for TLO just trying to attack up the ramp like that. I mean, the Banelings got caught out by the Ultras. The Infestors just died after landing the initial couple of fungals. It was just, the composition looked fine, and on paper it works, but only if you have the Infestors in the right position. And then during that last engagement, where were the Infestors? There were 2 Infestors. During that engagement, which means not enough fungals, and the ultras are just getting kited for days. The corrosive biles aren't really landing. Yeah, I would have liked to see more infestors by the time TLO took that last engagement. But yeah, GG.
Yeah, or maybe just not go for the base at all.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the base. Yeah, that was an odd attack. Deciding to go for that one. I thought he was gonna go for the third. I mean, attack around the edge and try and put pressure on. Maybe he was scared of losing hatches to bio play, but. Yeah, I don't know.
And he had the 4 base against the 3. He didn't have the 5th being built just yet, but yeah, it seemed like he invested too much in trying to take that base out and paid the price for a very well-defended base there by the Terran player. So that'll wrap us up for now. GG to Vincent. Hope you've enjoyed the StarCraft 2 cast. Subscribe if you're new to our channel. We do a lot of RTS content here for Command & Conquer Generals, Company of Heroes, Dawn of War, a lot of cool stuff happening on the channel. So we'll see you next time.
Thank you.